Just how big a series win was this?
This is fun. I mean, this is for bragging rights in New York, and they're a great team. They got a great lineup, and it's fun to compete in an atmosphere like this. Where you got fans from both sides, and fortunate enough, we played well enough to be able to win both games.
What was the biggest factor for you when you got men on base to kind of bear down and get out of those?
Just execution of working with Nito sequencing and not giving those situations, and they hit a couple balls hard at people. Fortunate enough, we had guys right there, and other times I made big pitches when I needed to. So, like I said, good team win. Glad I had a hand in it, and glad that the rest of the guys played well too.
Throwing Judge so many sliders, was that more game plan or more reading swings to the game?
Just feeling the flow of the game, and just executing pitches. Understand if you make a mistake, you can really hit it. So I knew I needed to throw. If I was going to throw a slider, I needed to really step on the slider. Fortunate enough, I was able to execute them where I needed to, and was able to get some big outs when I needed to as well.
Extra sweet to pitch this way on your birthday?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You want to come to the park and get a win. That's all I wanted for my birthday, so that's what we got.
Max, you're pitching at just about every high-stakes situation you can have, playoffs, all-star games. How did this compare atmosphere-wise and pressure-wise being out there?
When you got 40, 50,000 fans screaming, it doesn't matter what the situation is, your adrenaline's always going to pump in those situations. So I love pitching these situations. I love pitching in this atmosphere. You got to want the ball in these type of moments, and you got to go out there and face the best. I'm glad the Yankees, this is they're obviously one of the best teams in the AL for a reason. It's fun to have them come to your park, and you get to face them, and you want to beat them. You respect of how good they are, the threats that they have up and down our lineup. And you want to go out there and that's what you measure yourself against is the best. You don't want to measure yourself against the worst. You always want to measure yourself against the best.
Well, can you appreciate the you versus Judge, the way that maybe fans would kind of latch on to that? I mean, you're who you are and he's who he is. I mean, do you get into the theater, the spectacle aspect of that part, or can you appreciate it afterward at least?
I mean, I recognize how good of a hitter he is, and I realize I got to, execute my pitches. I got to throw the ball where I need to against him in order to get him out. He can hit me. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm better than him. He can definitely take me deep, but I also believe that I have the stuff to be able to get him out. So it's always a battle when you face somebody like that. And it comes down to the pitch execution.
How much trust do you have to have in your slider to attack him the way you did late in the game after having previously done it early in the game?
Yeah, I mean, it was just one of those situations where, I know the type of damage he can do against a fastball, and I got to keep him at bay with off-speed pitches. Sometimes your off-speed pitches become your primary pitches, and I thought tonight that was a scenario where that kind of played true.
Max, I think it was the one time that you led off the inning. Was that the at-bat that you basically threw all your different pitches at him? I think that was less slider. It was curveball, changeup, fastball. It seemed like you used more of a mix during that time.
Yeah, you got with somebody with his type of caliber, with his talent, you got to be able to throw any pitch anytime. It doesn't matter. You got to execute. So, it feels great that to be able to come out on top tonight. But I also realize things could also be way different as well if I don't execute. So. That's just the way it goes.
In those at-bats against Judge, do you find like things kind of slow down a bit? Maybe you have to dig a little deeper, extra focus when you're facing a hitter of that caliber and that big of a spot with the game on the line?
Like I said, you got to just understand what the situation and execute pitches. I know what it takes mentally, physically to be able to execute where I need to with all my pitches, and I just need to stay within myself in those situations. So that's all I try to do.
What went into your decision to use the PitchCom tonight?
It was Nito really wanted me to try it. Here's what I'll say on PitchCom. It works. Yeah, does it help? Does it help? Yes, but I also think it should be illegal. I don't think this should be in the game. Stealing signs is part of the game. For me, I've always taken pride on having a complex system of signs and having that advantage over other pitchers. And So the fact that we're taking this out of the game and we're just putting in, technology to, now everybody, you can't have an advantage, you can't steal signs on second. The pitcher can't have an advantage of having a complex system, or it's part of baseball trying to crack somebody's signs. So, does it have its desired intent that, it cleans up the game a little bit? Yes, but I also feel like it takes away part of the game.
Will you continue using it though, since it does exist?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll continue to think about it. I might.